We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
I think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn's started work.
Excellent.
So,
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be...
salvage from the ruin.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular... What's the name back there, Ulgiwald?
What's her name?
Oh, Sid, is...
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
Here you see the Mithril engine, in which Mithril is burned to generate heat. Excess heat is dealt with by means of... Now, were we to rely on... In other words, this is where the helm comes in. It connects... Our experiments have shown that fallen... And, not only that, why? If sea or rainwater were to enter the...
You can stop there. Mid said, where would I find...
Ah, yes. It's... The thing is, it's no longer a matter...
I see. Would that help?
Oh, I'll gather my...
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia.
You deserve a rest. Good girl.
Yeah!
All right.
Oh, that he,
Of course. Anybody home? This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
Fight!
The things I... You shouldn't have...
Indeed.
All right. That feel good, boy.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
I think mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid.
Excellent.
And just...
Right.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going, which is why you need a prism for the dragon's breath that's blazing. I thought a triple thick layer, the helm and the plating are bulk. I need something light.
Well, if I were in need, I know who's counsel...
Tomes, I've got all this. Can you take this?
Right away.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Mid hasn't been...
I went up to give some greens to the chocolate.
Hippocrates, for you. Well, actually, could you take a...
Shielding for a mithril end? What are these notes around the edge?
She has some specific when yet remain cool, as you can imagine. I wondered if you might know of us.
Perhaps.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat... And yet, we have made a home here.
We have, but Bardolph must varnish every board twice so... I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon before the dragoons tamed the worms and...
So if we could
It might be applied to some material, or I shall speak if you would be so kind as to procure the knowledge of the path.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to...
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need.
The other, Kenneth...
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if...
Thank you.
I am sure.
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that on Drustinus.
I doubt...
So, Clark, who will account...
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the...
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right?
I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more...
Though these items may seem mundane, so much so, in fact, that now, of course.
Is that... I've been meaning to visit Northreach.
I will.
You two and...
You too, Ty. Now, where's Jill?
And what can I do for you? You've a keen eye. You'll have to wait until the next caravan. And a fine, fine day to you.
There's two.
All anyone ever wants.
Fresh cut!
Up! You'll not find a
Those
bruised
pepio
pig in the
nuts?
bushel.
Can never tell.
How goes the humpering group?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple.
All right.
How about you look for the pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need.
You haven't much, but you're free to look. Good day.
How the hell is anyone...
Oi, don't touch anything. If that's what you want.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled. I won't have you.
Did you find everything?
I did.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Perfect. Now, all that remains... But before we head back... Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember? Walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells.
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... oh.
You all right?
Sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive. Well, I suppose we better be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the moon dew. How's work on the
Well, I was just... And now that...
You can count on me.
What about the
Work is under...
Parent.
Thank you.
Right then, of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will followed, perhaps...
Leave it, thank you. Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
Is there something I might assist you with, Clive? I have said it. He's stopped. Were you aware... But what of the twins themselves? Yes, change will come. I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. You wish to study the tomes? Did you learn everything you needed?
Thanks to Sid. Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Sorry to keep you waiting, but you'll be pleased.
You found
In a manner of speaking, he's supervised.
Brilliant.
Oh, thank me.
Right then, to the...
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be
Displaced.
same difference. Whatever you call it, ain't. Let's take this out, Mid. You get all the...
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest...
It's finished. It's finally finished.
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off, searching for a land untouched by the blast. So if the worst came to the worst and... That's what she was meant to be. But now she's so close to be... I don't want her to be just a life. I want people to sail aboard her by choice. In a world where we're not just trying to survive.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything.
All right. As soon as the Enterprise is sod our plan...
Are you sure?
Something tell... You,
I was.
Right. There's just one...
All right.
Aye.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Here.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic, lovely bit of kit. Problem is, which is...
I imagine Ty could get some use out of the... So what exactly?
Nothing but bomb. I gave you a sample sheet, you pour the blackest zone. And do you know what I found now?
I take it that's...
I would have gone myself, but...
All right.
Frank...
I think mid might need some help.
I can walk from here. Ready, go? Here. Greetings, Your Majesty. Your reign is over. Now to collect the... This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more. That should do it.
Don't just stand there, go. You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
I think Mid might need some help.
All right then. How's that?
I have it.
That's the stuff. You're right then. Yeah. The Telemon Malembic.
Very There's no need.
Don't be silly. Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work some magic on that, huh?
What kind of magic?
Well, we happen to have ice. Thought we might use it to breathe new life. Ah,
Well,
that's the spirit. Well,
it certainly feels...
right.
Thank you.
No, no, for supporting me.
Right, Clive, finished sending... No, it's...
Not quite.
She said that.
She...
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her. Oboleth, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry at all, are you?
Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and got some light. But anyway, got a urgent by the sound of it.
Thank you, Oberyn.
Don't mean.
What hiding? Trouble in Canva. Well...
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
Well, but next time you...
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Just like when... Anyway, we also wouldn't do to keep...
Gav will be leaving.
You can count, just be sure.
Oh, by the way, she's got some things...
I hope she... Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Cooker is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the Lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. As slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The Blight marches on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you. But we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav?
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protégé's making a proper little outlaw of himself. Is it business or pleasure? If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
He cracked the crystal too?
Trouble with the legend. What could be wrong with Torgor? Hopefully it's nothing. I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgor?
So you can read. But I didn't say how we're wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He used to love cracking the bones from... Didn't like him. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it you said he was?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woke.
I suppose things have been differences. Perhaps Hippocrates knows.
Instead of
Blackthorn.
Not really.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask, and you might still perhaps sharing a...
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, he's got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well... Karen showed him
that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but you could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that.
So that's what's troubling you?
Nah.
And if you knew we could arm the curse brick...
That's about us.
I'll see what I can sharp a sword, and we can't have armor.
Sure as I can't say I'm not...
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about... You're looking.
What do you want?
I want to know about the sword you showed...
Running up.
I suppose I am, yes.
Little wondrous. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins and those which made it nice.
Can you tell me who...
You think I'd help it? Suppose you're not fine. Lord Ignac's the man you want, and he's got more money. Reckon he'll still be at the...
Thank you.
Oh.
I appreciate... Lawsman, I need to ask...
He isn't ill.
I don't think so. She says he's hardly been touching his bone.
I'd rather all canids are in... And I see no reason why a frost will... If we assume that his... It may well be that the frost wolves, after all, as to where one might find a suitable...
I don't recall.
And little wonder. The last elder antelope sighting I recall...
Even so.
Good hunt.
Ugh, I'm never drinking again.
I don't know where Sid gets the energy. Mid told me she was building a ship.
Clive.
That's why...
Shh. Otto might be listening.
Is this better?
A little. Listen. I've some bad news. It turns out the hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to... And it may be my fault. But I swear to the goddess. Sadly, I can straighten it out. I swear I'm gonna need help.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Those ledgers were my responsibility, and it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And after the king's rents, besides.
All right. Is there anything I can...
Then my... How'd you fancy taking...
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. A little something Sid and I set aside for... when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure they will be.
Should be me, mate. But you know how it is with this place.
I know.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think...
No.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Really? Is that the thing Tomes helped with?
Well, don't just stand there, go.
Ta-ra then.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
Drake's Fang is gone. The whole mother crystal gone.
You.
What are we going to do?
I've got this theory. The fall. I don't think they all fell.
Welcome. If you're hoping for a bed, I'm afraid you'll have to look elsewhere. One of our wealthy patrons is...
My reputation will be ruined! Ruined!
Calm yourself.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? No. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He's been dispossessed of...
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen. A single-edged sword.
Ah.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's...
You have but to state it.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac.
A condition I would be...
I don't suppose you saw...
I did not. Every ill...
And that's where...
I shall speak...
That will be very...
Farewell.
Thanks, Gal.
We've got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off!
This must be Ignac. Nothing's all right.
I hear I have you to thank. What shall I call you?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wish...
A few moments...
You're a peculiar...
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain...
Oh, Karen drove me hard on the price. It was made and is used they believe. No combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one. There's a...
But how do they hone such a...
Why, they use whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from... But it is the finer mineral, and that. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture... Take this, the very stone of wit, and a
Thank you.
Pardon the...
I am locked in. I am one
Are there many?
Too many to count. But only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield. And is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Redeem! We mustn't dawdle.
I think he's... Coming, my lord.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now...
Clive.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin, and though I doubt it's what you were...
A star ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out, anyway, bit much sending the...
Something like that.
Same as all. Back when the place was nothing, but it probably knew that Sid may have been the... And when Sid passed away...
His death was hard on...
But he didn't give up. I reckon what he saw... And don't we all? That...
Let's go.
Yeah!
Back. Well, it's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it seemed like just the place. I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal? Now, will it be enough, I won? I say that answers my question, which means we owe the lawsmen our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy. Lady Karen will be...
There's talk that the glass... How the hell is anyone supposed to...
Did you hear? The gates to Heavenhall in the area were breached by someone. Or something. The steward was in town earlier looking for men to come and repair it. But no one was keen to help.
I want to see you again tonight. But the captain's late with our pay.
It's all right. I'll be waiting.
Time was there were great coin sacks swinging from every belt in town. Not anymore. Since the capital moved, they're all shriveled to the size of peas.
Seeing as business is scarce these days, the Dame decided we should all learn to read. I only wish she had some smaller books. My arms ache something fierce.
What am I going to do without Sweetwater and Olive Talc?
Still no caravan from the Dominion's perfumeries yet, then?
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion. Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the Hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. The man owes me nothing. My contribution to the...
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? That Otto is lucky. I doubt anything could ever...
Otto had a son.
Long ago. Yes, and blamed himself, and I don't know how it happened.
I didn't know.
How could you? Besides, an ill habit.
Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
Give my regards to Otto. And tell him I do so miss his visits.
I noticed... So, that'll teach me for treat. All right, now we know what...
Speaking of which...
You can, in return.
I was just... Sorry for that. Hopefully you learned... I did bet.
Hey, a whetstone.
Yes.
No wonder I couldn't get one hit and it wouldn't be so bad. I could...
Even so?
I think so, yeah. With this, but there'd be no replacing it. I reckon we get a dozen swords that the curse break. Nah. No, but finishing our blades with a... And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or just imagine it. Good... I won't make...
I'm sure that just...
I'll be what... Hey. Thanks, Clive. I owe you one. All good.
You'll be happy.
And I'll see that my debt to you. You come and find me.
All right.
Clive. So, what'll it be? No scratches, all right? Anything else?
Ah, were you...
We were indeed.
Very good.
Lady Car...
Ah, Do you recall our conversation about how she... Precisely that. The Fen, and while the powers at...
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the best. Consider that in short, the icons hitherto, and that number has owned one can but spec.
Yes?
And if I am not mistaken...
I don't know where Sid gets the energy.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Good. So Lady Karen accepted the...
Oh, about that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my...
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were...
Oh.
Lady Karen, Goad tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent, but those were donations.
Of course not. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you? Fine. Where'd you even get this? A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
I hear you ended up... thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you, then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. It was the only goblin...
I knew so little about...
Almost.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him. How long did you...
Before he died. Back in the day. He bought passage to... We set up drinking. Quit my post not long after that. But me and Sid stayed close. There was the magic woke inside my sons, and there was no hiding his...
Couldn't you and your
My family. Wanted them months. I couldn't turn, and I couldn't for the life of me Luckily, it was him who stood beside me. Him. And he was true to us, threw away everything. I knew then. He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather goat at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Clive, here you go. Think you can help?
You, might want to give that thing a rinse.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. You earned this. Come again. I may have more for you.
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars. Till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
So what do you think?
That we'd be...
Really?
All right.
I take it there's day.
Oh no, Dad. Well met, friend.
How does a man...
Oh, the man's a coward.
He sent the two...
My brother's right.
We may have seen Ash.
You, however, chances are they'll...
Well, if
You've cleared...
Well, now, reckon he won't be...
all right.
No, you just put an end...
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care of them.
Look lively, you lot. We've got guests.
These must be our bandits. That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart? Getting all of this out.
Seems we...
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant friend will be delighted.
And how exactly will he be getting his goods out of here?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a fine warrior haul cabbages to market.
You've done your part. It's been a pleasure. Now piss off.
There's no need to be so rude, brother. What if we...
You've had your reward and you're not getting any more. Now piss off.
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold, at least. The path continues on the other side. So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominance and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then, Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Greager, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Father. I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sanbreque, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your Radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
The Boklab markets are to the north. We just need to hug the coast.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well-trained and increasingly battle-hardened. So we can wait for the siege to end. Too slow. Faster!
They've closed the road to Randalar.
If the siege breaks, they'll need more than this to stop the Imperial legions marching on the capital.
Oh, I'm done for. If you haven't got a pass, you're not getting...
Please, I'm begging you.
Let's go. You deserve a rest. More refugees.
And they're all making for the crystalline Dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing.
There are no crystals here.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
Hurry, man. I must leave for the Dominion.
Bloody crimson. Scooping up all the best customers. Leave some for the rest of us.
I wish to engage the Crimson Caravan services. Where's the proprietress?
She's otherwise engaged at present, right?
I hear the brothers found another victim. Can you believe it?
I believe it, all right. What's that? The third this month?
Ah. A soldier like yourself could do it. If ever you see a couple of brothers up...
And why is that?
Because they're duplicitous bastards. What they do is... The merchant dead and his murderers busy bickering over the poor now. The brave soul charges...
Yeah, you'd think they'd run...
So close to...
Anyway, if you...
Anyway, thanks for the...
If our new arrivals had brought any coin with them, we'd be rich.
You won't find a finer array this side of the strait. Many thanks. You're welcome anytime.
Out of my sight, wretch. I've no use for a branded who can't even fill my cup.
Peaches and pears.
Wonders from across the water. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
How much? For a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. But you're more than welcome to look.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the Crystalline Dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
It looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an exception? Not for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go and find Good, shall we? He must be around here somewhere.
Peaches, they're sweet as nectar.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
Have you got a trader's pass? No? Then fuck off.
I'll take the large one.
An excellent choice, my lord.
Oh, good.
Clive,
Slow down.
it's betrayed. We cannot ride the car. It was here.
You wouldn't surprise...
So?
No one knows.
Where do we...
She's the owner of the Crimson.
No time.
You two. I'm going to check the...
Right.
Let's keep an eye out for this red chocobo, then.
and the other on our purses.
Stops next to the check.
If you're looking for the Crimson Caravans, head out of the canyon and take the first.
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Oh, wait! Don't go, El! He's me mate!
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back in Bocklad? I gather Lady Karen didn't send you. So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By a little bairn.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly. Ugh.
Goots told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then, we can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either. Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain. Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential if one wishes to cross the border at all. And with demand outstripping supply...
So the children...
Yes, passes are inscribed with the names of their owners.
Which means?
That someone is the same someone and the same someone. Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihood we'll use to... You want to... And we catch whoever's behind...
Is there any...
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. But the guards will definitely...
So either we find...
All right.
Thank you.
Clive.
A pleasure doing business. The proprietor of the... I suggested...
The furniture.
Out of my sight, wretch! I know you...
Come on, come on!
Jug of snake spit for the road. The caravan stops next to the checkpoint. Give me a trader's pass.
Are you the furniture man?
Looking for...
She told me you were leading the hunt for the pig.
For one, harder to watch your back, see? Not that they'd be likely to catch.
There are...
The fishmonger.
Thank you.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
You should come with me to the Dominion. Like...
Fish for sale! Can I interest you? Ah, sorry. Message from Eloise, is it?
She's asked me...
Is that so? For one, it's Trida.
Orphans from the...
A few, perhaps. They're all looking for a new start in the Dominion and beyond.
The shame of it.
Whoever's behind...
It's so...
You should start with the children.
It's worth it.
All right, then. Questioning children. How hard can that be?
Come, taste my peaches! They're sweet as nectar!
Excuse me, do you mind if I ask you something?
Can't stop you.
I was...
Anything you... So guess what I'm...
Sorry.
Oh, just leave me alone.
I'll take the large
from the free city!
Do you have a moment?
What do you want?
What I want is to know who's asking children like you to pick pockets.
I don't know. Nobody's asked me. What's picking pockets? Do you get paid for it?
No, you get in trouble for it. So if they come calling, you know what to tell them.
The caravan stops next to the checkpoint. Show them your trader's pass.
Excuse me?
What do you want? I don't have any money.
It's all right. We're not going to hurt you. We just want to talk.
What about?
We've heard that some very bad people are making children like you steal from travelers. We need to know who's behind it so we can stop them.
I don't know much about it, really. But my friend, Honza, he said he got a job doing something dangerous.
Sounds promising.
We need to find him and ask.
Do you know where your friend might be?
He's usually by the tents outside town.
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
Come on, come all!
Peaches and pears. Plates and...
Let me carry your goods. Porter for hire. Best service.
She must have meant the refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
Daddy, I'm hungry. That big fat donkey was easy pickings. He wouldn't have noticed if we robbed his boots off him. Yeah. Wish we hadn't handed over the pass, though. Could use one of those things to get out of this dump.
Chance would be a fine thing. The moment they found out, they'd string us up by our guts.
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit, we're in trouble now. What do we do?
You two get caught if you want. I'm off.
Hunter, where are you going?
So that was Hunter, eh? Jill, you watch these two. I'm going after him.
All right.
He can't have gone far. I need to find him before his employers do. Did you see a boy run past?
There was a boy.
Thank you.
Oh, shit. Cornered.
It's all right, Hunter. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to ask you some questions.
Fine. Not like I've got a choice.
I'm looking for the people who are making you steal for them. Who are they?
Called themselves the Carstones. I knew they were bad, but Britta didn't come at all half the time. You know, if I didn't do it.
Hunter.
You found him then?
Jill. Where are the other two?
Eloise is watching over them. She sent Goots and I to look for you.
You're... him!
I haven't got your pass anymore. If that's whatever you do to me, not that I go against them.
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your bidding.
Wait, we're not...
Don't hurt him.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are. That brooch. Where did you get it?
Master Theo.
Goods. What are you doing with these people? Unless you're the ones my sister was talking about.
Your sister? Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
And why would she? I'm just her back and a blade. Theodore, at your service.
Theodore.
Vultures, they prey on the desperate. I'd been looking into their act, but it seems they've already stooped. Hansa's a good lad. If he and his friends hadn't agreed, Clive was, and my sisters, then we all won.
I'm sorry.
Where is it?
So, what else? You get your traders part.
All right then.
All right. Hansa.
Couldn't if I wanted to. No, I tried following them once, but this...
We'll try. To Laney's.
Laney's cleft is to the south, past the camp.
No, you better not have scared any of my pets.
That's that then.
Daddy!
There are no crystals here.
Come on.
That's the one who's been sticking his nose in our business.
You should have minded your own.
Soil and stone!
I doubt these were the ringleaders.
But at least we know we're on the right track.
We got company!
Get him!
More foot soldiers.
Fewer now.
Not a bad haul today, eh?
Aye.
Especially the little scum.
The leaders of the...
They don't deserve it.
I wasn't planning.
We're ready when you...
Oh, I'm ready.
That guard from Falkland! Kill him! Kill them all!
Nice try.
And they say crime doesn't pay. Gold chains, rings, purses. Ah, and traders' passes. Dozens of...
Know the name?
Not yet. I recognize some of them. Now I just need to sort...
We should go.
Of course. Oh, and,
We'll be glad. Quite the opposite.
So it was the cast stones who were behind, and their demand. I only hope yours is an... Speaking...
You are... Here, Clive.
I will.
Elle, I've asked out. Can I count on you?
Of course. I expect... Would it now? Sid. Don't look so shocked.
I don't understand.
As you now know, or for a small fee, we will move that goods to...
I was the first my sister helped us.
I had no idea.
It just so happens, and who better to... Wouldn't you agree?
I would. It seems our purpose. So what would you...
It would be up.
And our honor. The honor...
Here, Clive.
What is it?
Elle has friends in high places.
I shall bet.
Well, all the Goots' pass should secure you a place on the caravan.
We'll... Right then. Let's get this back to Goots.
And then it's on to the Dominion.
Is something the matter? Why, I am... It can be a risky business. This being a... Or at least... Don't worry about it. Best of luck, Sid.
Anything I can do for you? And I wouldn't have it. All the better. Fools, the lot of them. Criminals and So thank you. You're always welcome at the caravans.
Pardon me, but would you happen to be a fighting man? That well-notched steel, might you be...
How exactly?
Well, and should you accept... Well...
My arm.
Wonderful.
But...
Along the old... Quickly!
Wait. I'd better make sure he doesn't get himself killed.
If I knew arrivals
No, I just need to see you
any
about
coin.
getting... Bad news.
Good, actually. Only trouble is, the serving girl...
What exactly?
I've come by... Gotan Rouge.
So I've...
Oh. Gentlemen, would you pass the...
Sounds...
So you'll do it. You won't need this Aldrich the porter, Milan the butcher, and free of the fight. Stop by.
I'll be right.
out of my sight, wretch!
Come on, come on!
Caravan stops next to the checkpoint.
Are you... That's me. You can keep... You thought you might like... Wine and ham.
Comes with beer. We get meat. My old man knew what... Anyway.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
Time-fisted slut. Let us through!
I'm looking for Bob.
Well, you found him.
The innkeeper sent me.
I've never said...
You must be a busy...
The market will be flooded with... Oh, my heart goes out to them, all right, but... Plenty try to slip past it, and when they do, well, you know what?
Come and taste my peaches! Yes.
I'll take the large.
What I really want to be.
Juicy pears! Slake your thirst!
Jug of snake spit for the road?
Peaches and pears.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
And nasty.
Hurry, man.
I've been asked to...
That's me.
The innkeeper sent me.
If he's just...
From the Empire to...
such as... They'd Sorrowflam one day, then off. The farther you're willing to go, I'd say.
Hold on. I wonder if the innkeeper might spare a cup of that wine.
I see you
Perhaps.
finding some. I was griping now.
Any idea?
Joseph's lived up.
Can't...
That's that then.
There are no crystals here. We have to keep going.
What do you...
Just information.
Now you...
Which way did...
I got off to...
Why am I not surprised?
You'll hand over your coin, you know what's coming again.
Are you hurt?
Happily. More importantly, colossal airships, we call them. Oblige me if you would. Though we ourselves find fallen ruins to be nigh indestructible, whatever gouged a tantalizing mystery, no doubt. Come.
He's passionate. I'll give him that. Fly, Ambrosia. Straight home now.
We don't...
Neither do I.
Well, we have. Yes, we have. Those ones.
Maybe he found his thieves.
Mum won't let me near them. Shush, now. I only...
I'd listen. Did Joseph's thieves really lug their stolen wares all the way out here?
think we found our thieves. They don't look happy to see me. Too slow.
Stay down! Give me thunder!
Nice try. Let's get this over.
Stop! Don't kill him, he's just protecting his home.
Joseph? So the boy was right.
I don't know you.
Your porter friend sent me to find you.
Have I been gone? Wasn't hard.
I take it things are more complicated.
I'd all but ruled out bandits before, because our thieves had no interest in gold or gems, or anything they couldn't eat for that matter. Add to that the rumors of goblins in the area, and the mystery practically solved itself. I soon found that I launched myself at them, full of the others. They stole because it was that or starvation.
So you spared them?
These goblins aren't native to the area, and once they've learned to hunt...
I'm impressed.
Do me a favor. Oh, and don't mention...
Your secret.
I appreciate it. I'd always thought of goblins as mindless savages.
You're going to... Oh, not when such... As Moss, in reaching for their... Alas, but we must onward.
Come on. He's really got himself into trouble this time.
Stop!
Still in one piece.
It would seem, and what though Moss he offers little, could the construction, alas.
Not if you keep running head.
You are right.
Glad to.
I fear I may have, you see, and so I.
That's what this.
I am afraid.
Fine.
And so here. Truly, knowledge is a gift all the greater when shared. Thank you once again.
Water for hire.
Joseph, he certainly knows his...
A good man to have. Thank you.
Hurry, man. I must leave for the Dominion.
If only arrivals and...
I spoke to you.
That's fantastic, Spinova. And the way I...
Oh, sir.
Well, I wouldn't be serving... And then there's Milan. Those... And without the market. Everyone... Right.
I hear you, If I'd have known, I would have...
A goat and 60. Bottle between...
The woes of the world never...
Out of my sight, wretch. I know you...
Come on, come on!
Jug of snake spit for the road?
Juicy pears!
What I really want to be is a...
Here you are.
Me? Oh, I'll have to sit.
So should you and your friend?
We do, and we already have. Miss L's given us a job shifting the chocobo. It's hard work, and the pay isn't half all. And Goose, you said you're trained. Well, I'm going to be your
All right. We have a place on the wagon. Remember, Goots, we're mercenaries. You hired us to protect you.
Mercenaries.
And you remember the plan? You're to ride all the way to Twinside. Jill and I will go with you as far as the outskirts, then find our own way in.
I'll buy that stuff I need.
Right. And we'll scout out the Imperial's defenses.
There's a square with a big bell tower right in the middle of town. If you get lost, or out goes wrong, we can meet up there.
All right. Let's go.
I see. And you're quite certain your father has no knowledge of Ultima?
I am. I have no difficulty believing a sinister force has come to exert an influence on Sanbreque. But be that as it may, it is yet to claim my father. For better or worse, his radiance speaks his own mind.
Then the fiend works from the shadows.
I confess, when first you told me of this fiend, I had my doubts. And more than a few at that. A beast that labors to plunge Valisthea into turmoil, all in pursuit of your brother. But that wound is proof enough that evil is afoot.
Then I have your answer, Your Highness. You will join me in my fight.
I cannot. Not yet.
Your Highness, please.
As you are aware, the Dhalmekian army is at our gates. They have lost their mother crystal, and with it all hope of a negotiated withdrawal. It is but a matter of time before they invade. If Bahamut is not here to meet them, my people will be slaughtered.
Though not by Hugo Kupka, thanks to Ultima's machinations. I know the fate of your people weighs heavy on your conscience, but if we do not put an end to Ultima's plans, they shall face a far darker fate. The chaos he would wreak would sweep all of Valisthea into the abyss. The lives of every man, woman, and child in the Twins are at stake.
I believe what you say, Phoenix. But I have duties of my own, and I must discharge them. Come what may. What do you know of my blood?
I know that it is wholly unworthy of the highest offices of state, which rightly belong to those of purer breeding. Alas. Your bloodline runs through the Oriflamme gutter, from a whore who weighed her child's worth in gil.
Have you threatened my father?
Of course not. I merely whispered in his ear that his mongrel son is plotting a rebellion.
What?
Sylvester listens to the words of his astrologers. And they have ears too.
You have been feeding them your lies!
Should you remain loyal to Emperor Olivier, his radiance may yet crown your head with laurel, and not with tar.
Fork-tongued witch!
In consideration of your long years of service to the Empire, I shall forgive this uncharacteristic rudeness. Now hurry and make ready, Your Imperial Highness. Emperor Olivier expects much of you, Dion. Or should I say, of Bahamut. May your fire reduce his enemies to ash, till all of Valisthea bows to its rightful ruler.
There is another darkness that has taken hold of Sanbreque. And until its grip is released, the flames of war shall spread ever wider, just as Ultima wishes.
Forgive me. My family has caused you much grief.
You are not her keeper, Phoenix. This is a matter for the Imperial household now, and as a member of that household, it falls to me to resolve it. At such time as that is done, what strength I have shall be yours.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Let us take to the skies together, and bring a new dawn to Valisthea.
I should like nothing more.
Terence.
My prince.
Tell me true. Do you believe what I'm about to do is wrong?
We dragoons have but one leader, Your Highness. And we shall follow him unto the very end.
Thank you. This is my decree. For their crimes against the crown, the traitorous Annabella and her usurping son shall be put to death, and the Empire restored.